guys, welcome back to our channel. Well, it's Nit and Steve again. We are here to touch up our monthly budget for August.
We're gonna touch on our line items for the month of August, and we just started compiling our budget because we wanted to keep track of our expenses. As you know, we get the house build going on, so what we're doing is we're separating our build items, and then this is just what our monthly expenses would be if we didn't have the build going on, because we made some purchases. We're making purchases for materials, appliances, a lot of different things that are going on kind of a separate budget, and we cover those in our builds. So this was strictly related to our expenses here, just if we were in the Philippines, living like any other family does. And we got to remember, we have a family of 7. Okay, so there's 5 adults and 2 kids here, so we have a big family. It's not like we're just Net and myself, so it makes a big difference.
Yeah,
on the
plus
impact.
one dog.
And she eats a lot too.
She doesn't see no for food.
No. So the first item on the list is our mortgage, and it comes out to 40,000 pesos, what we pay. And I've talked about this before, but when we first got here, it was right after the Taal volcano, and housing was virtually non-existent. So we kind of just had to take what was available. We had to find something that was in a safe neighborhood, something that was close to schools, and offered us the amenities of the hospital and grocery store and medical stuff like that. So all that was important. So this was a good fit for us. But the mortgage is high. We feel it's about 15. It should be around 25 or 20,000 pesos a month. Hopefully we can renegotiate that when our year is up. If not, we might look at moving down the road.
Exactly.
But it comes out to, like I said, 40,000 pesos, and it's $824.74 US. And I used a conversion rate of 48.50 as a number to get that divided into pesos to kind of get you an idea of where we're at right now. It's been fluctuating a little bit higher, but it's been staying pretty consistent at that number. Next line item on that is our phone, and Net gets a monthly. She gets a monthly special from. Is that Globe or Smart that you get that?
Smart, 549 pesos.
She gets it 549, and so that's for 30 days. She gets unlimited data, unlimited internet and calling too. So it's a pretty good plan, and that comes out to about 1,000. It's a little. My numbers skewed here, but it's about 1,198 pesos, roughly just under $24 US dollars.
Yeah.
Next item on there is electricity. It's been hot, very hot out here. We're in the summer months, the Philippines. We use the air conditioner quite a bit. As a matter of fact, this has been our biggest monthly electric bill to date. That comes in at 4,762 pesos.
Yeah, even we use aircon almost 24 hours, mostly when Steve is always home.
It gets hot, and our rooms don't have much cross flow ventilation. So upstairs, it's if you're not downstairs, it's hot. So upstairs, you pretty much have to run the air conditioner just to get the flow in the room. It's just the way these houses are built in the subdivision. They don't have any. When you build a low-end house, it's even though they don't consider it to be a low-end house here, just the construction-wise, I mean, the materials and the way it was built, it's not really built for. I don't think it's built for the Philippines weather personally, because it's hot all the time. Next item is gas, and when I talk about gas, it's gas for the vehicle, which should have been in my other section here. I'm just seeing my mistake here, but still, we spent on the. Tell you what, let me just go back to that. Leave that gas number alone, and we'll hit the water for the house. We have 2 types of water. We have water that we use, that we shower with, we wash dishes with, and that we do any type of gardening or we do any cleaning outside the house with. And that water was 508 pesos and 69 cents, which is it's about $10.49 US on that. And the bottled water was actually higher than our water usage. That shows you how cheap the overall water. They say the water is safe out here that's actually in the subdivision to drink, but I don't trust it, so we use bottled water, and we buy five gallon containers every week, and so that's at 40 pesos a bottle. So that comes out to roughly 200 a week. So in this case, we spent 800 a month. So that's $16.49 on U.S.
We drink a lot.
We do. It's hot when the family drinks a lot of water, and we use it for all of our coffee and any type of cooking. We use the bottled water for. It's just something we feel is a necessity for us. When we get into the new house, we're going to have a nice filtering system, and we'll still probably get bottled water, but we'll rely more on the house water than we do now. Next line item is cable or internet. We have the high plan. Probably it's the most expensive plan that PLDT offers, and that comes in at 3,000 pesos a month, and that's 61.86 US.
Yeah, and this internet is giving us a good service.
PLDT's been really, really good. I got to say that they've been consistent. Brownouts don't have anything to do with the internet. Unfortunately, you have brownouts here in the Philippines, but that has nothing to do with the service that PLDT provides. We did have, when we first got the service put in, we had problems with the modem. We put a service request in, and they were out. They fixed it within a day and a half. So no complaints there, and we've been here. So we've had PLDT for over 6 months now.
Yeah, since we moved here, like February.
So it's been over 6 months, or right at 6 months, by the time they got the cable actually installed. So that is for the under the housing section. That's the cost there, which the total of that we'll hit you with everything on that in a second here. Vehicle payment, we have our own car. We paid for that outright, so we don't have any payments on that. We have trike fare that we'll use occasionally if we don't want to take the car, or like if Net goes to the gym. She uses the trike on that, and it comes out to about 1,120 pesos a month on that. So, which is about 23 US dollars. Like I said, we pay out at where we're having the house built at, and that's roughly, they have 3 phases of that. They have they have just the bare lot, construction, and then they have once you move in and have occupancy. So right now we're paying about $25 a month on our HOAs. I'm sure that's going to increase here shortly for the build. So once that goes on, they'll give us another rate on that. And like I said, we usually pay it at the beginning of the year, and we're done with it for the whole year. So our total for the month, the actual whole month of August, was 149,175.36. Those are pesos, and it comes out to about 3,075 US dollars. And again, that was based on a 48.50 rate. So that should give you a pretty good idea. That was a big month for us, and we really need to start buckling down, because we haven't. We've been spending money like we're still on vacation, and,
Exactly.
and our budget's definitely feeling it. So we're cracking down on that. But the laptops really kind of skewed our budget pretty big. And that's to be expected. And I don't know if I touched on the dining out cost that was included in that number. I don't think I did. We spent. Let me touch on that cost. So the dining out, we spent. We spent 8,800 pesos, which was roughly $181 US on dining out, and that was food that we get. That includes anything from donuts that we pick up at the mall to McDonald's, to going out to one of the grills around here, and eating, or one of the restaurants, or if we bring back food for the family. All that's inclusive in it. And like I said, we spent roughly $182, and that's food here in the Philippines is very reasonable. Rent and food is reasonable in the Philippines. It's one of the items that you can afford as a family. You don't have to really. You gotta watch your budget, but you can still get away with a lot with that money. So, well, I hope that gives you an insight on our family budget, and that you can kind of, if you're thinking about it, or even curious about what it costs to live out here, that gives you an idea. Every month I'm kind of fine-tuning this. I got this fired up, and I'd been keeping tracks, kind of a rough tally, but now I'm actually, everything we spent, I've been plugging into my spreadsheet. So makes it a lot cleaner when you do that. And I'll be able to give you, as time goes on, I'll be able to give you a year-over-year comparison, and what items really broke out, and what didn't, what stood out, what stayed normal, line. But that's why I'm separating the bill costs from our home expenses. So anyway,
So now you know, guys, how much do we spend every month. But I hope hopefully it's only for this month because we buy a lot of stuff for kids for school.
we're looking to bring that down, and we're starting to watch our costs like we talked about.
Exactly. So for right now, we're gonna watch how we do groceries, because maybe we're gonna sleep on the street before our house finish.
I hope that doesn't happen, but I don't think it will. But we're definitely gonna work on keeping our expenses down. And
Yeah, we don't have any income, just for my husband's retirement. That's all. But as a Filipino, we can eat simple food.
no, I do. Let me clarify that. It's not that, and she says arty. The thing of it is, it's just an acclimation for me to get used to. I've been raised on meat and potatoes my whole life. I mean, I'm a hamburger, pizza, meat and potatoes, typical U.S. Growing up, and I got to convert my diet over to a fish diet, and because like I said, you have pork here, you have fish, and you have vegetables here, and chicken too. So you got to get, and I love chicken. Don't have a problem with that. And there are certain shrimps I like. I mean, shrimp and lobster and stuff like that I like. But I have to get used to the fish. I have to get that acquired taste to it. But I want to get it. In my opinion, that I can do a better job cooking the way I like my own food than anybody else can. It's just simple. I'm going to grill my food, and it's going to work out for me. It's going to work out if I get some good cuts, and I will, because I've seen some quality cuts in the markets. Fresh markets here are awesome. I mean, they're for a foreigner who's not used to that, seeing your animals at the markets. It's different. But I grew up hunting and fishing as a kid, so I don't have a problem as some people do, because we've cleaned the game that I've hunted, and we've eaten it and cooked it, and we did fish, like I said, as a kid. My father was a big outdoorsman, so we spent a lot of time outdoors. So this is something that makes it easier for me. But somebody who hasn't, who just strictly come in and bought their stuff all packaged at the market, it's different, very different.
He can't live in the farm. I can't bring him in the farm.
Well, folks.
Okay, guys, so if you like this video, please don't forget to thumbs up and click the bell for more video from us. Thank you, guys, and have a great day.
Take care now.
Always be safe.